Yesterday we couldn't finish the door. I made a mistake and made the actual door 3 centimeters shorter.
Welcome to another episode of the Cabin Build series. In this week's video we make a lot of progress in our cabin, which is starting to feel like home, but also face our first big mistake. And also our van might have gotten stuck in the mud before leaving. I'm Eugenia and this is Pepe, Aspen and Lolita, and we are now building our new home. We have been traveling around Europe for the past year in our self-converted camper van, but looking to live a simpler life, grow our own food and build our house led us here. Thank you for watching, liking and subscribing. The goal was to isolate and cover all the interior walls and ceiling before working on the rear window and front door. So we jumped right away on it. It was kind of difficult since the wood panels were heavy, but I'm developing more skills as the human clamp.
Power breakfast before going to the building site. Today is finally sunny. We're gonna be removing the plastic so everything gets dry inside. All the walls and the ceiling for the main section is ready. And now we're gonna jump to the upper area.
After cutting almost 5 floors of the isolation material, I just realized that in their package they recommend the use of a mask. The material that we are using is rock wool, just in case you are wondering. Be safe, my friends.
All the cables are ready. It's all wired up. It's just run cables from all the outlets. For example, here is the kitchen. For an outlet, the kitchen we need 3 wires on ground, line and neutral. For the lights you just need 2 cables, a line and a neutral. If someone is interested in this kind of information, just put it in the comments and I'm happy to make an extra video just for electricity. The next task is going to be drilling holes in the bed area. We're drilling holes approximately 2 centimeters or 2.5 centimeters diameter, and we're drilling pretty much 6 holes on each of this square where the bed is gonna be sitting. The reason behind is because we are actually putting the mattress just on top of the wood. We're not using a box spring, and you need some air circulation. Air circulation. Air circulation.
air circulation.
Muy bonito. Esto da un poco igual.
We're going to pick up some plastic panels, polycarbonate for the door and the windows, and they come in sheets that are bigger than our roof rack. So I'm just making some racks that we can put in on top of the roof rack. So it has a wooden piece here so it doesn't move, and then it has another wooden piece here on both ends, and the plastic sheet it will stop here so we can strap it without damaging the plastic because it's super fragile. Hopefully this does the work. This is how we woke up this morning. It looks scary. Yesterday was a tough day. We went to pick up those panels. Everything looked fine. We started driving and we were like 2 hours away. We just hear a noise and you can guess it. All the panels flew away. Luckily the truck that was behind us didn't get hit. I don't know how. Nothing happens. Now I'm finishing up the detailing these holes to make them a little bit rounded on the edge, so they're not like this rough. They're just little curve, and I'm using a router chain, which I like very much. And this is the kind of work that I like to do, detailing and finishing up stuff.
And after finishing sanding, I continue by giving this part a clear protection coat, since it will be an outdoor cover area.
Finally, the moment to start covering the rear facade arrived. The back wall of the loft is going to be a full translucent wall, with a long window in the middle. We first built the metal structure that will be holding the plastic panels. It was a very custom job, but it looked fantastic at the end. everything that's happening. Oh man, it looks so good. This is gonna be our bedroom. Man, I'm so proud. Up, man. Oh, venga.
What do you guys think of how is it looking so far? Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.
That way, now if it will enter here and everything will be flashed on this side. One more to go and we start putting plastic on this facade. Same issue here. This piece of wood here is sticking out a little bit. So when I put a flash, this part is sticking out, and I don't want that. I want everything to be at the same level. So when I put the plastic, it sits nicely on level. So I'm just gonna make some marks here, and I'm gonna trim underneath just a section here to pass the wood underneath. Last piece, I had to do the same here. Eat it a little bit here, so those screws won't be making this board stick out. We're ready to go. We're ready to install the panels, but I haven't done it before. I'm gonna test out how much strength do I need to, because we're also gonna test if this screw looks good. Eugenia approves. I think I'm gonna pre-drill, because if you drill directly with the screw, then all these metal pieces get inside. Let's see how it works.
today is going to be painting day. I'm gonna start with this part of the cabin. I sweep up and vacuum a little bit this, so to avoid that we have any metal things left. The other day, the part that I painted in the front, it was a sandpaper of 120. Pepe told me to try one that it's a bit bigger, it's 80. I'm gonna try to see how it sounds. If it's too much, then I will stick with the 120 thickness. I need to get some glasses. Here, Pepe was building a structure that goes on top of the main door, which is going to be covered in translucent plastic as well.
We were able to finish the top part of the door yesterday night, and today we're gonna work together on building this huge door. The door jambs are ready, are perfectly vertical, both of them, and ready for the door. Since this is going to be an outdoor floor, we have decided to change it for an actual outdoor deck, like the one that we have right there. So in order to do that and not create more mess, we're just gonna cut this OSB as best as we can, leave everything exposed, and then put the wood decking on the outside. I just fabricated these two joists. I'm gonna go from here to there and from there to there, and we're just gonna put them here in between. So here in between. So half of the joist goes for this floor and half of it goes for the outdoor floor.
¿Y estaban en qué lado?
En el tuyo.
Espera, espera. Bueno, pega tampoco va, ¿no?
Vamos a pegarla porque está bien, ¿no? Uff. Eso me parece que... ¿Para allá? Vale, eso quiero hacer. 132 y medio. A ver, ¿cuánto nos queda? Tengo medio más.
¿Y qué no se ve mal? ¿De la puerta? Eran 258.
Y yo, el único fallo de este digo, todo el proyecto aquí, en la puerta aquí. Yesterday we couldn't finish the door. I made a mistake and made the actual door 3 centimeters shorter, and we ran out of material to do both leaves. But it is what it is. I mean, we show you all the apps, and this is a down. We're gonna need to buy some material, and today we were actually taking a few days off to go back to Spain and bring all the furniture that we have, and so we're just gonna do that. We're gonna go to Spain for a few days. Here is the door that we won't be using. It was all nice and square, and oh man, it looks so good. When we measure, it was 258.2, and I wrote down 252.8. That's pretty much it. Well, we are gonna be trying to take the van out of here because it's all muddy and wet. It's been raining for a few days, so some neighbors said they think we won't be able to take it out.